Hey guys, it is Graham, and I am driving to work on September 11th, and I really don't know where to start this video. So I'll just jump into the most obvious point that somebody murdered Charlie Kirk on a live stream yesterday. I don't know if it was on a live stream, it was at a live event, and plenty of people were streaming and filming it, and the videos circulated around. I have that in my head, and I wish that I didn't. Yeah, so it was a normal day. Went to work, went and got my comics, came home, checked my phone, and I've just been in a fog since then. And this isn't an instance of a celebrity that I liked got killed. This is, I knew who Charlie Kirk was. I never sat down to watch one of his events or attend anything. I think Kenny Parrish sent me something from him once, and I was just like, dude, I don't really follow pundits anymore, people who sell their opinions, and I lumped Charlie Kirk in with that just because there's this whole sphere of commentary that I'm like, yeah, I'll just form my own opinions. I don't care about the commentary industry anymore. But he apparently, his niche was more about dialogue and persuasion, and he was the nice guy. He would reason with people, and you discuss this, I'll discuss this, let's see what we can figure out. And from what my mutuals are telling me, he was effective at this, and somebody couldn't handle that and decided that he needed to die for it. And it wasn't just one person. Based on some of the victory lap celebration stuff that I was seeing people take on social media, and we're already seeing cancellations and firings. Even a guy at MSNBC got fired. I'm sure he'll land on his feet if he's in that network. That's irrelevant. Within a couple of hours of this happening, I described it to a friend as, this is what 9/11 felt like. When you see something that horrific, and you slowly but excruciatingly begin to process what it means and the impact that it's going to have, and what it does to this was one guy, this wasn't 3,000 people, there's only one name, there's one thing to hyper focus on. 31-year-old husband and father with 2 kids that were younger than my youngest. I hugged my kids a few extra times yesterday. And what this means is yet to be seen to its full effect, but it's I don't expect that it's going to be good. It's certainly not going to be fun. Things are going to get bumpy. 2 days ago, I posted a video reviewing a book about Russell M. Nelson, and I debated whether to post that video, just because I figured it would be kind of niche for my own audience. I'm sure that a couple of you are also Latter-day Saints. But I said, you know what, I don't care. This is me, this is my channel. And, I'm going to celebrate the birthday of the president of the church and share a book that I really loved to read. And because that's what I do here. And I emphasized that the last couple of years of his addresses at church have been, hey, be peacemakers. Not to get too personal with y'all here on the channel, there was a very long stretch of time where I didn't talk to my dad because of family stuff. And when President Nelson gave that talk in 2022, he challenged everybody to go, make peace with the most difficult relation in your life. And I was like, well, I know who that is. And so within a short period of time, I emailed my dad and I said, hey, this is why I'm doing this. And, if you want to open a channel of communication with me and, meet your grandkids, then I'm cool with that. And the following summer, we were able to get together, and it's not like we talk on the phone for hours, but things are closer to normal, and it's better. Peace is good. That's all I'm going to say on that without getting too personal. It reminds me of 20 plus years ago, in the wake of 9/11. Obviously, Afghanistan happened, and then the gear up for Iraq happened. And as a result of 9/11, which happened when I was 17 years old, and right around the time that I had to go down and register for selective service in case they ever decided to bring the draft back, I was rah-rah cheering on the idea of an Iraq invasion to root out anybody who had anything to do with 9/11. In the wake of events like this, it's like the kinslaying from the Silmarillion. It is very easy to flip a switch and convince people to do things that they might later lament. I don't know what advice to give or what to say about this. I can only say what I am going to do, and that is I'm going to pray, and I'm going to follow the prophet. I'm going to seek peace. 20 years ago, somebody asked Gordon B. Hinckley, who was the president of the church back then, what do you think about all this? Do we invade Iraq stuff or whatever? And I still remember his very adamant affirmation. He just, people ask us what we believe about this, and he said, we believe in peace. That is not to say that we believe in rolling over and dying and being exterminated. We believe in peace. And when that option has been completely taken off the table by the status quo, we will still find peace where we can. I stand by the comparison of this feeling to how it felt after 9/11. Everybody was just in a haze that whole day and for the next couple of days. When they finally let the airplanes get off the ground, you'd see a plane flying through the sky for the first time in a week, and you'd wonder where it was going. It's going to take a lot to figure out where we go from here. But I don't know. I'm still in this haze, and I don't know how people do it without a spiritual anchor to hold them to peace in a storm. I tried to write yesterday afternoon. I couldn't get much done. I couldn't freaking think straight. Last year, after somebody tried to kill Trump in Pennsylvania, I had to explain to my kids what an assassination was. And today I was like, well, you know what? I got to explain in detail because they need to understand this. This is the world that they're going to inherit. My Nana was born before World War II. My mom was born during the Cold War. I was born before the internet became popular. My kids are going to grow up in a very different world than I did. And I need them to understand what they can expect from that world. They need to teach them this is what debate is, and this is how people act when they lose a debate and they're not properly hinged and dialed in to handle that. I believe in peace, and I will have peace. Those are my thoughts in the wake of Charlie Kirk and on the anniversary of 9/11. Be safe. See you out there.